Welcome to episode 3 of BattleCast. Today we're going to be talking about many things Battlefield 6, including the Nostalgia DLC. You'll understand that a little bit later. Anyway, before we start the video, remember if you do enjoy the video to leave it a nice, thick, and juicy like as always. And of course, if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to hit that big red sexy subscribe button underneath the video. And of course, got to thank my channel members. You guys help make these videos possible. So thank you guys very much. 2 of you are in this video, so you know how much I appreciate you. But all of you in general, yeah, I love you guys. So yeah, let's get right into the video.
Okay, I think I had one more question.
Okay, shoot.
What old map, if any, would you want remade for the next Battlefield?
Qualifier, because I don't want any old maps in the new Battlefield.
Ah, okay.
I want it to be its own thing. I want it to be a core Battlefield, but I don't think they need to use nostalgia to sell it.
Okay. What about post-launch, like if it got added later?
If it got added later, I mean, I've heard wonder stories about Dam of N Peak. That would be, I mean, that jump, that looks absolutely fantastic. I never got to do it myself, so
I'd be down. I would be down. Standing?
I don't know. Remaking maps is a difficult thing because the new game should have new mechanics that the old map shouldn't be able to encompass because most maps weren't designed with that in mind. You know what I mean? Whatever that mechanic may be.
Yeah.
Like redoing Operation Underground with all the prone MG players around.
Oh, God.
I mean, was that really the greatest idea ever?
No.
I don't.
Were MMGs the greatest idea ever in the first place?
Yeah, I guess that's probably the core of that, isn't it?
Yeah. Not a big fan. Not a big fan. Standing? Do you have a map you want to see? Hello? Did we lose him?
Oh.
I think he got sniped for real.
Yeah, I think we lost him.
Well, since Standing has I don't know, he's probably doing something for his kids or something. If I was gonna have a map remade, I don't even know. Maybe I could see maybe like a modern iteration of something like maybe Amiens. I guess that'd be Sen Crossing, if you think about it. It's pretty similar.
Oh, we got him.
There he is. How's it going? How's it going, Standing?
Doing good. Okay. There we go.
Okay.
What happened? My phone just got really quiet.
We're asking if you could have a map remade from an old Battlefield title, which map would it be? If any. Do said none.
Really?
Unless they do like a DLC that's like called the Nostalgia DLC. You know what I mean? And then
The Nostalgia DLC.
I don't think it needs nostalgia to sell it. That's my point.
Coming in the season pass. Nostalgia DLC.
So much brain power went into that name. I love that. Nostalgia. Yeah. Honestly, I would love to see one remade only because I can't enjoy it the way I want to on Xbox like everybody can on PC. I would have to say Siege of Shanghai 3. And what was the name of that map on Battlefield 3 where you had to jump down, you had to skydive down?
Dam of N Peak.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, dude, I would love to see that remade. I would love to see that. That'd be such an epic map with the new technology and
upgrading graphics now. Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, man.
That jump would be
120 FPS.
Could you imagine that map, dude? It would be breathtaking. Keanu Reeves would be like, "No, you're breathtaking." No, seriously. Yeah, I would have to say that map. From Battlefield 3, if it was completely remade. Oh my gosh, or Silk Road. Would love to see that.
One that I thought would actually be relevant would be the satellite one.
Oh yeah.
Oh
'Cause that
yeah,
was
no.
recently-
I'll actually.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite maps in Battlefield 4. If I'm being honest, it's like so perfectly balanced. At least on console, I really
Yeah,
like
it
it.
is balanced. Yeah.
And I mean, that's like actually relevant because the damn thing actually fell now. So
Yeah, it fell down and they had to tear the whole thing down. That'd be cool. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I would even say one other map. I know it would never happen, and it would be so cool to do it in a modern setting. But Passchendaele from Battlefield 1.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
It'd
Just
be
like
so
total
cool.
modern apocalypse. Like you could almost make it like a nuclear wasteland kind of thing instead of like gas and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. I would love it in a modern setting with the gas and the nuclear radiation. Or hell, if they did a battle royale mode for Battlefield 6, that would be a great setting.
Yeah,
Just a nuclear wasteland.
that would be cool. Make it like a huge chunk of the map. Maybe part of it is like trying to go defuse it or something like that.
Oh
Or
yeah.
defuse another one from going off. I don't know, something along those lines. That'd be really fucking cool.
Yeah. That'd
Sorry,
be
Modern Warfare. Eat shit.
like a battle royale, but with Rush.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
See, there's your 128 player mode.
Yeah,
Ooh.
battle royale meets Rush.
That would be awesome. And you gotta like
That actually would be
paradrop in and race to it. Oh my god.
I mean, think about that. You don't have to have a circle because everyone needs to get to the objective.
Exactly.
So there's no closing objective. If people want to be dumb and run around the map, well, feel free. But the closer you get to that bomb, the more people you run into.
Yeah.
Excuse me while I wipe
Dice.
the drool off my mouth about thinking that. Oh.
Dice. We
Dice,
have
please.
an idea for you. Damn, we're
Dice,
just
please.
walking through this map. Oh, there's only 6 people
yeah.
on the server.
We're doing so good. Oh wait, where's everyone?
Yeah. I've gotten in like one gunfight maybe. Whoa. Of course. The one encounter I get is a guy in a bush with an MMG. What else is new?
There you go.
Anyway.
That's Battlefield 5 in a nutshell. Right there.
Anyway, back to the topic at hand. What were we talking
Yes.
about? Oh yeah, Russian Battle Royale. It could be Russian Royale. There, we got a name for it.
Yeah, there you go. That would actually be kind of dope, man. I would get into that. That would make me want to play
And the Gulag
Battle
could be a
Royale.
game of
Right
Russian
here,
roulette.
have a battle royale battlefield mode that's much like Rush. That I would love that.
That'd be awesome. It would be fucking cool. All right. Well, do you guys have any last thoughts about Battlefield 6 before we wrap up the actual video?
Yeah, I was thinking it. Okay, like y'all have obviously seen my tweets about this. I've gotten some hate mail for it, but honestly, I mean, in my own personal opinion, playing Battlefield as long as I have and enjoying the games as much as I have, I think honestly, like I said, in my own opinion, of course, Battlefield 6, I would love to see. I would love to see it have the weapons and the customization for the weapons and the vehicles to be similar to Battlefield 4. Maybe a little mixture of that weapons bench from Modern Warfare.
Mm-hmm.
Tons
I
of
don't know who's hating you
camos.
for that.
Yeah, well, it gets worse. But I would love to have the availability of tons of camos and not have to pay an arm and a leg for it, man. I want to be able to earn it with kills, much like how Battlefield 4 had it. You got so many kills with that weapon, you got this camo. I would love to see that return in Battlefield 6. In Battlefield 6 or Battlefield, whatever, I would love to have maps have the atmosphere and the feel and the sandbox feel of Battlefield 1. I mean, Battlefield 4, great game. Battlefield 5, also not too bad of a game. But the maps on Battlefield 1 made you feel like you were really there. They felt like they breathed, They have that atmosphere that just can't be beat. And then, of course, I say the same thing, and most people hate on it, but I would love to have the gunplay, and the movement from Battlefield 5. I think if it had all of those 3 points, it'd be the best-selling Battlefield game ever. I mean, that's just my opinion. Right. I would love to see.
No, I pretty much agree with you. I think one thing that I was thinking about when I was coming up with like these questions and some of the other things I thought about when making some of my other videos about BF6 was like each game after Battlefield 3 kind of took a piece of what made that game great and really nailed it, but kind of fell short everywhere else.
Yeah.
Because when I would like go back and try to get some footage of BF3 on my PC, I'm like, damn, this has the atmosphere, the gunplay, the customization. I mean, for its time, I don't think customization is as good as BF4, but it was just limited in general. But it was just like everything was put together really, really well. And then, of course, BF4 was just kind of a watered down version of BF3, in my opinion. Just souped up for console.
Yep.
And then BF1 had the atmosphere, but didn't really have the gunplay or the customization. And then, of course, BF5 kind of did its own little thing. It had good gunplay.
The gunplay on Battlefield 1 was atrocious. It was enjoyable, but it was still hate.
It had its merits, but I think of the ones, it's the weakest in terms of like what you can really do and what's within your control, in a sense. Like you couldn't really take one weapon and be extremely versatile with it for the most part,
right?
Unless you just were that good of a player with that good aim.
Yeah.
So Deuce, any concluding thoughts?
Just that I can't wait to see you guys there.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Hey, crossplay. We're gonna be able to squad up. This is gonna be a meme channel.
Yeah,
it's gonna be so. It's gonna be great, man. It's gonna be great. Be able to have crossplay in a modern setting, at least. Yeah. Of course, there's something too I never thought about. We say a modern setting, but the timeline for that modern setting. I mean, would it be pre-2020 or semi in the future, like in the next 6-7 years? Modern setting.
Yeah, that's a good question. I would probably say near future would be the best, because I feel like it allows for some
in the next 6 or 7 years that's going to be so game changing that it would be any different.
I think it allows a little bit more freedom of creativity. Like in Battlefield 4, when they said it in the future, it was like, okay, well, when they added hover tanks, it wasn't that far out of the realm of believability. Whereas if it's supposed to be set in 2020, well, we don't have hover tanks.
Yeah, we do.
As far as we know. So
yes, we do.
What?
As far as we know.
There's not an M1 Abrams just like rolling around the streets like a speeder from Star Wars.
No, but they do have amphibious vehicles that are armored that can go on to land and then start attacking.
That is true.
Yeah,
is true.
There is that, but
very much a hover vehicle.
And we do have what is it? Railgun technology.
The what?
Sorry, you're right.
Yeah, we do have railgun technology. I mean, the United States Navy actually has a what is it? Magnetic powered railgun that they've been using.
Do you want to take the stuff that's more like prototype and super specialized and make it so that it's generally available? Is what you mean when you say slightly futuristic?
Right.
Something that's believable.
Kind of like take the Last Stand DLC. Some of that stuff has become a little bit more common. Like Standing said, there's things like the railgun, and then like you said with the amphibious vehicle. That stuff I think should be a little bit more common, especially since it's supposed to be a combined arms game. I think there should be some of those amphibious vehicles on some like island type maps or some water-based maps.
Give me.
But I mean, like stuff that's prototype now that would be more common in the future, just to show like I'm not saying bring back the same exact stuff from BF4 that was prototype and keep that as like the near future stuff, but like find new stuff that is that kind of prototype style and then bring that in.
Yeah, no,
That makes sense.
I worry when people say futuristic because I always immediately think jetpacks and running on walls.
No,
No.
screw that.
That is the last thing I ever want to see in any
We
battle.
we don't need that, and we don't need exosuits.
If
No.
we're doing that, we're playing
but
Halo. I mean,
there was a thing here recently that I saw that I learned actually that the United States military is actually starting to implement with some of their snipers, and it's actually a pretty neat technology. It's something we do have, and it is futuristic, and I would love to actually see it be implemented into a game.
aimbot?
Sort of, kind of, actually, in a way. Yeah, but this is a little bit different. So my brother that's in the Army, he said, yeah, they're starting to use this technology. It's actually pretty cool. It's not super new. Some people know about it. They've made some YouTube videos about it. But it's a self-aiming rifle in a sense. Basically what it does is if you have a target that's over, I think it's like 500 meters or whatever, you basically dial into this little keypad how far away that target is, and the bipod for the rifle will actually move on its own, so it can compensate for the bullet drop and the wind and the curvature of the earth and stuff. And they've been able to make consistent 1 mile shots with this rifle.
Damn.
You really want that to be in a Battlefield game?
I think it'd be pretty cool. Maybe if it was like a specialized weapon pickup kind of thing, much like what they had with. Yeah, it would have to be.
That's that.
If it was it'd have to have only like maybe 10 shots, and difficult to set up.
I don't know about that.
It'd have to be prone only, and only be available on certain maps.
Then what's the point of even having it at that point? I don't know. I can't think of a situation where I want to see that in anybody's hands. Even in mine. I could be a dirty player with that. You know what I mean? Like that just sounds wrong.
I mean, maybe they can make it like a anti-material kind of rifle.
No.
Just with that same kind of concept.
It's actually supposed to be meant as an anti-material rifle because it uses the steel tip piercing. Was it 50 BMG? Is what it uses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I could see it like essentially like the elite classes.
Literally did turn it into a boys AT because you said only use it while prone. Okay, I don't want a boys AT rifle.
No, I'm saying remember the tank elite class in BF1.
Yeah, sure.
It's essentially that kind of situation. It's not going to be like anyone can run around being just a dickhead the entire round. I don't think prone-only weapons should be allowed to be primary weapons. That should not be in BF6. I'll be irritated if that's the case. But stuff like that I think could be okay. Like I said, if it's in like an elite class type of setup where only one guy at a time is going to have it and it's going to serve a decent purpose, like I said, anti-material, so you can take out tanks, buildings.
You want to use that thing to a decent purpose.
The what?
Okay, so we're talking about the BF1 gun, the anti.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. When was the last time you actually saw somebody use that for its intended purpose?
I've used it for its intended purpose. Yeah, I've used it to take out tanks before.
We're not talking. We're the exception. Guys. We're the exception. All right.
I mean, I don't remember getting killed by it all that much anyway.
When was the last time you saw a random player using that thing for its intended purpose?
Yeah. Okay. You got the point.
You're not wrong there. But I mean,
yeah, you definitely got a point with that because I've never seen a random player actually use it to its ability.
I have never ever seen a random player use it for what it's supposed to be used for. Ever. I played BF1 quite a bit. Not as much as I played BF5, but quite a bit. A few hundred hours for sure.
Yeah, I think, what was it? A couple days ago, I was playing Battlefield 1 and this guy got the Tank Hunter kit. I think the entire time all he did was run around the objective with a double barrel shotgun. That's all he did. He didn't do anything else. He didn't kill any tanks or planes that were flying by. He just ran around with a shotgun.
Been there.
Yeah, I've done that.
I mean,
They should put motorcycles
I guess
in.
I guess I could almost argue like that's kind of the beauty of the sandbox, though, isn't it? They just kind of throw those cool things out there and see what happens.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but when you know what the end result is, do you really need to see what happens, dude? Come on. I mean, let's be honest here. We know what the end result of this particular experiment is already. It's been done.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm
Deuce
just
is
saying.
so
I'm just
positive.
saying.
Dude, I don't want to point AT gun
He's like,
in the next
I already
game.
know.
No.
I know what's happening. No, it's fine. I mean, well, obviously that doesn't have to be the
Burning
only
hell for all
technology.
I care.
No.
You know, there could be
There's
all.
a ton of different technologies that we have
Yeah.
current day. I would love to see
Yeah.
put into the game. Yeah, settings wise for the modern setting. Anyway, I would love to see something. What, like 2025, something like that, onto like 2030, something like that. That
Yeah.
would be really, really interesting to see. As long as they don't try to go too crazy with the prototype or the thought of how far along we might move in the next like 10, 15 years.
Yeah,
As long as they
yeah.
don't get too crazy with it.
Self-shooting, self-aiming guns. We don't need it.
Okay.
If
Dice
you want
make
to call it
mark
a
on your
sentry
calendar,
gun,
do
fine.
not
You
add
can
that
call it a
weapon to
sentry
the
gun.
vehicle.
I'm okay with those.
Deuce. He's
Yeah,
like, I will
no,
not
Dice,
have this.
Deuce does not like you right now.
He's like, I will not have this.
Man.
Prone
Yes,
self-aiming
do
guns.
not add that crap into the game because Deuce will hate you.
All right, hear me out. A prone self-aiming MMG. It just sits in a bush. You don't even have to play the game. You just set your controller down and walk away. And the clips make themselves.
53 and 0.
Yeah.
Yeah. 53 and 0, and you get an achievement, Bush Wookie.
Yeah. Oh
In
my
Russia,
god.
video game plays you.
This
Well,
is
it's
real
yeah.
life.
Well, yeah, that's something else. Golly, man, I keep thinking of all these different things we could talk about. But what about factions? What kind of setting would it be? If it's going to be modern, would it be a World War III situation? Would it be something else, just small, singular, like for example, like U.S. versus China kind of thing?
I'd
Or,
prefer more of a modern fiction. I'm kind of tired of seeing U.S. versus China, U.S. versus Russia kind of stuff.
Well, that's the thing though, because now we're starting to run. Well, a lot of people are running out of ideas, and you don't see the originality in it anymore.
Exactly.
It's always
They went with,
U.S.,
like,
Russia,
fiction.
China.
If we're talking
Yeah.
near future, the U.S. has collapsed or some other country has collapsed, and now there's a new faction that's popped up. You know what I mean? Like something like
Yes.
that would be better.
Something crazy like Madagascar now becomes like the greatest country in the world, and they're going after
I've
everyone.
stretched it a little bit, but yeah, I like it. I like where you're going.
Okay, it could be Uganda, or
Madagascar.
it could be, the Finnish have decided that they're sick of everybody's shit.
The Swedes
We don't
rise
know.
up. They unite
Well, yeah,
with the zoo
you know.
animals from Madagascar.
They've got,
From,
they've got
it's
really
Madagascar
nice-
4. So we're going to have the penguins. They're going to show up and unite with the Swedes. Or no, the Swiss, not the Swedes. That's Dice. Dice is the Swedes.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah. And then they're going to take over the world. That's my plot.
There you go.
Yeah. Kowalski?
I would love. I can't. Honestly, I sip on it every day, thinking, God, I just want some leaks from the game to know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel the same.
Oh, it's driving me absolutely nuts.
I'd also like to see a more comprehensive campaign. I don't want any more war stories
Yeah, I think
because they're
much
gonna
like
implement
Battlefield 4 had a campaign.
They've already pretty much determined that. They're like, well, we can't make it $60 if we don't put in a single player, blah, 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 which is whatever. I don't give a crap. But if
Yeah.
you're going to put one in, at least make it comprehensive. Because, like, the Modern Warfare campaign is probably one of the most replayable campaigns I've played. I've played it like 10 times. And I still
It's a
enjoy
great
it
campaign.
all the time.
Yeah.
running around.
great.
I think, yeah.
And
I think the one campaign of any game I've ever played too much of was Modern Warfare 2. I played that campaign until my hands would bleed. That whole story is just, I love it so much.
Shepard betrays you. PTSD.
Fucking bastard.
I remember actually.
You know, what was it, that meme that I see all the time? Like, guys don't know what pain feels like, and it shows a picture of Shepard. Like, yeah.
Oh god. Shepard. Battlefield 3 was one of my favorite campaigns growing up, if I'm being honest. It's such a fun campaign. I played it so much.
It's a beautiful campaign too, especially the launching of the pilots and everything in the planes.
Yeah, that was awesome. I remember I watched it, or I played it. I played it the same week I said seen Black Hawk Down for the first time. So I was like doubly stoked. It was a great week.
Even though that whole scene of them walking up to the flight deck in the I mean, of course, after I'd already been in the Navy and there were all that stuff, but like half the call outs they were doing, I was like, wait, that's not right. Like they would never say that. Oh, they would. There's actually a video that I watched a while back of an actual fighter pilot from the United States Navy who watched that scene from the game because people wanted him to look at it. And he actually watched that scene and his face was in total disgust. And by the end of the video, he's like, I would never fucking play this game. He said they got everything wrong.
Ouch.
He's like, that's not how we do call outs. That's not how they would do that stuff. He goes, that guy sitting next to the plane as the plane is taking off, he would never be there because his head would become detached. You know, he's like, they got the whole thing wrong. And he was talking about their uniforms too. He goes, well, why has he got that belt strapped around his waist like that? He goes, that's normally for if you get ejected out of your plane. He goes, the way he's got it wearing on him, if he gets ejected, he has no parachute. So
yeah, that would be a bit of an issue.
Yeah, I mean, well, attention to detail, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess there's got to be like a little cinematic aspect to it. I don't know.
Well, yeah, that whole scene is so cinematic. It's absolutely gorgeous, especially on PC, man. If you play it on PC, so it's just it's mind-boggling.
It's unreal. All right, boys. Hell of a video. We're sitting at almost 2 hours. Obviously, I'm going to condense it down.
We've been talking 2 hours.
As much as I can. But yeah, I do have to go because it is late and I got to feed my cat. But I appreciate y'all joining me for this video. This was super exciting. Absolutely. And fun, just for the nonsense and the questions and general Battlefield 6 hype. So I'm gonna cut the recording right here, but I'm still, for you people watching, make sure you like and subscribe, damn it, and leave those nice, thick, and juicy likes. And we'll see you in the next one.